up, guys? Welcome back to another Sport Universe Reacts. So, I know I didn't do a Kobe Bryant video on here, on our YouTube channel. It's up on our Instagram. If there's ever any, big news that you're confused as to why it's not on our YouTube channel, it's going to be on our Instagram. Things that I feel like I can't really talk for a long time about, I usually put on our Instagram. So you can go follow us. There's the .sport.universe. That's really it. So what I'm going to be talking about today, you can see by the thumbnail, the title, the Starling Marte trade. More from a Mets fan perspective, if the Mets missed out on him, what I thought about it, what I thought the Diamondbacks had to give up for him. So, I think it was the news came out yesterday, yeah. So the Diamondbacks traded 2 minor league prospects to the Pirates for Starling Marte. They also traded, I think it was $250,000 in international signing bonuses, whatever you want to take from that. So the 2 players they had to give up, let me just make sure I get their names right. The first one was Brennan Malone and, I'm sorry if I get this totally wrong, Leober Peguero. So Brennan Malone was the 33rd pick in this year's draft, the 2019 draft. Pitcher, left-handed pitcher. He had an okay season last year. He had a 4.50 ERA in 7 appearances in Class A. So once again, a very low minor leaguer. There's a big future for him. He was one of their top prospects, but now he's on the Pirates. And the other one was Leober Peguero, who is from Dominican Republic. He is a shortstop. He hit .326 with 11 doubles, 5 home runs, and the low minors. So both of them are low minor leaguers, and they traded him for Starling Marte. So looking at it from an outside perspective, it seems like they didn't have to give up a lot. 2 minor leaguers for Starling Marte, who's a really good player. Defense has always been there. It's tipping off downward trend for the past 2 seasons now, so you don't know if it's going to come back. But offensively, he played well last season. I think he batted .295, 23 home runs, 82 RBIs. The 23 home runs and the 82 RBIs were career highs for him. So his power is weirdly coming on now. 23 home runs isn't that outstanding for the way baseball is right now. But I mean, he's definitely a talented hitter, talented defensive player. And the past year was a rough one for him defensively, but he's still an adequate defensive player. For the Diamondbacks, I think they did a great trade. They obviously needed a center fielder, and they have one of the deepest farm systems in baseball, and so the talent they gave up isn't going to really hurt them. And that's looking from an outsider's perspective, so how the Diamondbacks, if they made a good trade or not, and I think they did. From the Mets fans' perspective, I think everyone's thinking the Mets wouldn't have to have given up a lot for Starling Marte. I don't know who would be equivalent to these players because, which is my main point here, the Mets do not have a deep farm system like the Diamondbacks do. Getting rid of one of their top prospects gets rid of probably 20% of their future. They really, I think, I wish I knew the exact number, but they had a 4 in the top 100, I think. That's what my brother said, so quoting him. But other than that, they really don't have a deep farm system. So they would probably have to have traded one of their top prospects, and that would have been 20 to 25% of their farm system if you want to be pessimistic like that none of the other players will turn into anything. And I think that's what Brodie Van Wagenen was thinking. Obviously, I think he got a little bit of, became everyone thought he would make these trades for Major league talent not really caring about their minor leaguers because of the Robinson Cano, Edwin Diaz trade that he made last year. That sent two of their best players in their farm system. But I think what's different this year is Brodie Van Wagenen was trying to get the team to a point last year where they were exciting, where they had a lot of talent on a team, where they could make a deep playoff run. Obviously, that didn't happen. Edwin Diaz didn't really pan out. Robinson Cano didn't really pan out. But I think Brodie Van Wagenen's at the point with the Mets where he knows he has a lot of talent. The way Pete Alonso came on the scene, he's not really worried about adding someone like Starling Marte, which in everyone's opinion isn't going to add a lot to the Mets. He's like maybe a tiny step up over Brandon Nimmo, and Brandon Nimmo's young. Starling Marte's not. He's 31. And I think that's what Brodie Van Wagenen was thinking. I think that's how Mets fans have to think about it. And I guess another way that we have to go about this, even if Starling Marte has a good season next year, Brandon Nimmo's going to be with the Mets for a while, in my opinion. He seems like a player that the Mets are going to re-sign whenever his contract's done. He's that type of player. He's just perfect for the Mets. And I don't think the Mets wanted to give up someone like Brandon Nimmo, someone like Dom Smith, even though in my opinion I would have given up Dom Smith because the Mets, he's just a trading piece at this point. But I digress. I think that's how we have to think about it. The Mets would have had to give up one of their prospects, and they didn't want to lose like a good chunk of their future because the Mets don't have a really deep farm system. The Diamondbacks made a good trade for them. They have a deep farm system, and it works. But other than that, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, wait. A little extra, right? If you have any interest writing for us, editing videos, anything that you think can help, email us at thesportuniverse2019@gmail.com. There's no S after sport. Also, if my eyes have been going all over the place, I am not wearing my contacts, so can't really see where I'm looking, so hopefully I look semi-normal. And that's kind of hard to do with me, but bye. That's it, bye.